welcome back to my channel. And as you guys can see, your girl has officially graduated and got her second degree. I am super excited to kind of share my journey with you guys and also give you guys some tips if you're thinking about going back to grad school and getting your master's degree like I did. But I want to give you guys some tips on how I was able to complete it in 2 years. Yes, the graduate program is usually 2 to 3 years, but some people it can be prolonged depending on your life situation, or some people can finish it in a 1.5 years. So I just want to share my tips with you guys on how I was able to finish. Hold on, there is something wrong. I want to share my tips with you guys to help you guys learn how I finished my master's degree in 2 years. Let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, before we get started, yes, I'm gonna wear this the whole time because why not? I've earned this cap and gown, okay? But I'm back with y'all, so yay, let's do this. So I went to University of North Texas. I also got my bachelor's degree from University of North Texas. So I decided to stay with the same school and get my master's degree. My master's degree is in fashion merchandising. I kind of wanted to get the backbone of fashion because when you take the fashion program there, you kind of miss out on some of the before and after once a garment is produced and shipped and everything. So I wanted to kind of learn what happens in between those different stages, and so fashion merchandising was kind of like what I really wanted to get into. Graduate school is not like undergrad. It is nothing like your undergrad year or years. You would definitely see a difference in in graduate courses versus undergrad courses. It's kind of the same where you go to class and you have to sit and learn, but the professors don't really hold your hand like they do in undergrad, or really be like, hey guys, remember, like it's not like that. They pretty much put everything out there and you're like, okay, you have to do it yourself. You have to remember to get your work done, get your assignments done, and remember to always ask questions and things like that. But your GPA definitely matters in your graduate program versus your undergrad. In your undergrad, you're kind of like, oh, you got a 2.0, it's okay, we're gonna fix it next semester. No, like in graduate, you have to keep a certain level. And for my program, we had to get a C or above in every class, or we had to maintain like I think a 3.5 or above in every like semester term. So it's very high expectations. The work is definitely 10 times more than you would do in undergrad. First tip for you guys is if you can take up to 3 courses, please take up to 3 courses each semester. Now this is not required. You can take 1 class, you can take 2 classes, you can take 3 classes. If you are feeling froggy, you can leap and take 4 classes, but they will tell you like, we don't recommend you taking 4 classes because every class there's going to be a lot of writing, there's going to be a lot of research and stuff like that. So you got to be able to make sure you're going to maintain and get those papers out and get those assignments done on time, because they don't play about them grades in graduate school. There is no 1 week before, can I make up? No, it's not like that. It is no late. There's no late. There's just, it's not turned in, period. When I say take up to 3 courses, I mean like 9 hours each semester, and that was the way I did it so I can continue to build up and get it over with, because I didn't want to prolong this program any further than what it already was. I was hoping to get it done in a 1.5 years. With my life and my schedule, that just wasn't going to happen. So taking up to 3 courses can be very, very challenging, especially if you have kids, you have you have work, you have a house to maintain, I'm getting married, you have all these other projects and assignments going on. So my second tip is to choose the courses that best fit your schedule. And when I say courses, I also mean the time and how they go. So in the beginning, you'll be instructed to get your advisor, which is like one of the professors that have their PhD that's going to be teaching you as well. So that's how my program worked. I really don't know how it is. I don't know if it's the same way with other universities, but with UNT, that's how this program was. So with my advisor, we pretty much went through all the classes, and at first I was on campus and I did online, so I was pretty much open to all the classes for my first like semester. But then for the next 3 semesters I was strictly online, so I had to choose classes that I also wanted to take and I knew that was going to benefit me, but also that was going to work with my schedule. So I had a few classes that was just strictly online. I didn't have to meet with a professor, but I had other classes where it was virtual, where I had to zoom into class, and then I had classes where I had to be in class. So it's just different. So if I was you, just make sure you pay attention to the times, the dates, and how the classes are structured. My next tip is, one of the most important tips is to ask questions. Like, they tell you this in undergrad, and being a TA for some of the classes, I was helping with undergrad courses. This was the biggest problem that me and the professor that I was like helping with the course had, that a lot of students weren't asking questions. In undergrad, it's okay because eventually the teacher will kind of cover it. But in graduate school, if you don't say nothing, they won't say nothing either. The biggest fail you can do is fail a course because you didn't ask questions. So I would always ask questions, or you may feel like you're going to be annoying to the professor to ask a question, but honestly they're going to tell you, I would rather you ask the question now than to wait until later to say, oh, I didn't know, when you could have just asked the question. So my next tip is, it's important, but it can be unimportant at the same time. Choosing the right advisor. And when I say that, your advisor is the person you're going to be working with on your thesis. We had either a thesis or a pilot, and if you don't know what a pilot is, it's kind of a short version of a thesis. It's not the full thesis. So your advisor is the person you're going to be doing all your research with, that's going to be helping you through this process. So if you choose someone who is that doesn't have the same like research, like doesn't have the same concept of the research that you want to do, then you're gonna struggle. Choosing the right person to help you through your research is very, very important. So the next tip is make time for studying. This is so important. I don't know, as undergrads we did not do this. I remember cramming like my notes in my head like 2 days before a test, and it worked. But in the graduate program, it does not, because there's so much work that you can't really like cram anything the night before. Taking time to study or do homework is very, very important, even if you have to stay up later than everybody in the house just so you have the kids settled and dinner's done, they're good, and you can make time to study or get work done. That is really important. Piggybacking off of the whole time thing is to get ahead. Meaning, when I say get ahead, do some of your assignments early. There are a lot of professors that don't like when students do assignments early, but there are some professors that really is okay with opening up a lot of the assignments for you to do early, especially if you're taking a online class only. Oh, they're probably going to have all those assignments open because you're doing it at your own pace. There are several occasions where, especially this semester, where one of my classes, I think it was just online, I was ahead every week because I had to be. I had so much. I was TAing for like 5 classes. I had 3 classes, then I had the kids, so I had to be on top of my work like every week for that class. So I knew that class was handled, and I have my 2 other classes. The next tip is communication is key. It goes back to asking questions. If you don't speak up and talk or tell whoever is in charge, whether your professor, your advisor, or even your peers in a group, and tell them like what's going on in your life, they will never know, and therefore you will suffer for it. So if you know that your household is unstable, you have bad internet, or something is happening and you haven't spoken up all semester, and then you wait till the end of the semester to say something, I'm just gonna put this out there. It's not gonna be pretty, and you're not gonna get the outcome you want if you think that you're gonna come and say, hey, can I make up these grades? Communication is key when it comes to getting your graduate degree. And the last tip that I feel like is so important, that I wish in undergrad I listened to, was take advantage of your school resources. When I say that, I mean computer labs, printing, writing labs, math labs, tutoring. I mean, the list goes on. I know some universities have like different teaching programs where you can take you can take that while you're getting your graduate degree. Some even have like thesis writing labs, research labs. I mean, all of these different things. I mean, you're paying for all of this. You're handing your money out to them for all these different things, and you're not even taking advantage. Career day. I mean, there's so many things. Take advantage of those resources because they are very important. They're there to help you. You are already paying for them, so why not use them? And if you go to like a tutoring session and you don't like it, then it's okay. You know, you just didn't like it. But don't say, oh, I don't want to because I just don't want to. That's stupid. No, because what's stupid is that you about to fail a class when they got a writing lab or a math lab or tutoring and you decided not to take advantage of it. So that's stupid. I hope these tips helped you guys to understand, like, if you want to get your graduate degree or if you in a graduate program and you're like, oh, I'm not feeling it, I don't know where to go, like, let me know. Definitely shoot me some questions down below. I hope this video helped you guys, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Thanks guys for watching, and don't forget to click and watch my previous videos and also the next video that's coming up, and also follow me on Instagram if you want to catch on everyday life things, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.